Can you stay in the United States as a religious worker if you're just an international student here studying music? This girl from New York was about to graduate and she just really wanted to stay in the United States. She didn't get picked for the H-1B lottery and she was looking around and she found that the R-1 was a possibility. But she was studying music. She's not a minister. She didn't go to theology school. Will it work? Her church loved her. She wanted to stay. She's been serving. And so she reached out to us. Grace was able to use our sample, talk to her, collect everything, and got the case approved without a request for evidence. And I have the case right here in front of me, and I'm going to walk you through everything that we did. Hope you enjoy. Hi, my name is Joseph. I'm the managing partner here at Tsang and Associates, where we solve legal problems with creative solutions. The difficult thing in doing an R1 case typically falls into two camps. One camp is, does a church have enough documents? Even if they're huge churches, I've seen, they don't have the bylaws ready, they don't have the mission statement, they don't have the 501c like government approval. It's insane. The second thing is, does this person qualify as a religious worker, right? If you went to seminary, if you've been a monk for 15 years and you've been like ordained, if you're a priest, sure, there's a lot of documents, but you're just like any other student that graduated college. In this case, she just studied music. So I'm gonna go through everything, walk you through exactly how to do it, what to do. On page 31 of the R1 classification supplement, section 1, question 3, provide a summary of the type of responsibilities of those employees who work at the same location where the beneficiary will be employed. This is so important because, again, if the organization, if the religious entity doesn't have anybody else, then it's much easier to deny the case. It's like, oh, this is not a real organization. How many members are in the religious organization? This small church only had 51 people. Number of employees working in the same position, never mind if they're, full salary, part-time, how you define it, they only have a few. A small mom and pop coffee shop might have more employees than 5. And now you, being such a small organization, you're bringing on a what, right? So again, under section 1, she is being brought on as a worship director. What is a worship director? And then we go on to explain everything. The thing about the forms is it's easy to treat the forms as if, oh, it's just a form. I only have to write like 3 words on it. Don't do that. With USCIS, the number one thing they refer to is the form. The forms are arguably even more important than the cover letter, the brief, and all the supporting documents, because that is what's going to be scanned and logged in forever. Everything else could potentially be trashed, but that is there. You really want to put your best reasoning, best argument, best titles directly on the form. Now, the actual attorney brief. I just want to talk about the different categories, right? So we spent an entire page just talking about their nonprofit status. We provided 8 documents to prove that this entity really is nonprofit. We went through to show exactly what they're doing and how they're nonprofit, because we want to show the officer this is a real entity doing good in the world. We know R1, there's a mandatory inspection. So the first thing we directly put on there is the schedule that they're open, because if the officer wants to approve this case, they're going to send somebody to visit. If it's not clearly see when I can go, it just makes their work so much harder. And that's why so many R1 cases get delayed for like 6 months, a year, or longer. We just directly put it right in the front. Here's the schedule. You send people at this time. This is what they do. There's 50 to 60 congregants on a weekly basis. This is how much the tithes that they receive, and this is what they do. And we just document their entire social media, their websites, all the ministries that they're supporting, all the people who like love them, the thank you notes, and all the celebrations. So that's all about the employer. Then we went on to talk about the 2-year membership. We went and documented the entire journey of her faith. That is so important. A lot of people, when they hear that we do these religious cases, it's like, how do you prove you are a faithful member of this religion? And a lot of it comes down to other pastors' recommendation letter of her. The people who know you, the people who walked with this journey with you, the people who pray with you, the people who do Bible studies, the people who have seen your faith grow. There's no better proof than that. And then we went on to talk about what are her duties as a worship director. We wanted to really demonstrate why the church needs it, why she qualifies to do it, what she's going to be doing, how she's kind of already doing it, what she's doing while she is serving. We used her resume, employment verification letters, sample work messages, her worship sets that she's prepared. We really documented everything that she's going to do, and we explained it well. Then everything else is just logistics. Proof of salary, proof of ability to pay, her non-immigrant status, coming in as an F1 student. And then the conclusion talking about just this whole story of what the officer is approving. This is a church, this is a student, she's coming as a worship director to serve the church. This is how long she's gonna stay, and then she's gonna leave the United States. And then exhibit list explaining every single thing so that the officer could see in just 1 page or 2 pages exactly why they qualify. If you are a member of a particular faith, if you are serving in a religious capacity, don't discount the R1, right? R1 can lead to an EB4, so you could get a green card. It's a great area to look into. And so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Take care. Bye-bye.